have no idea what we said the last time, so it's really starting at ground zero.
And we are, folks. We are on. This is the Studio City After Show. I'm James Lott Jr. And this actually is take two. She and I actually recorded a whole wonderful interview. I couldn't save the audio. It was kind of just choppy. We couldn't work it out. But we love each other. We said, let's do it again. So we're doing
Let's do it again.
And
that's also, because I'm totally inept. Totally inept. I'm technically challenged. I'm a dinosaur, and I kept freezing. So.
And I don't want Patrika frozen. That's not what I wanted on my show. I want her fully formed and moving.
Woo-hoo!
So she has a big week and so coming up right now because she's up for an ISA and a Series Award tomorrow night, which I'm very excited. I bought my ticket. I will be watching.
Yay!
I will be watching, supporting our friend Shan, who is
he's going to be our host. Yes.
I've been talking to him, and so I'm like, give him a little tips here and there because that's what I do for a living. But he's gonna be great. He's gonna be wonderful. He's gonna be great, right? He's gonna be good.
I think so. I mean, I hosted last year with Kevin Spiritus and Eric Martzoff, which was a lot of fun. Yeah. So he'll have fun. If nothing else, he'll have fun. And it's an experiment because we're doing it all Zoom. So. You know.
Yes, folks, this is so if you guys haven't got your tickets, it's literally a virtual award show. And so that's one of the reasons why I literally wanted to watch it, because I want to see logistically how this is going to work. I'm very curious.
I think the entire world is curious as to how it's going to work.
Because, folks, the next week, we got the Daytime Emmys.
Oh, that's right. It is the Friday. Yes, yeah. Yes.
So let's go up, and she's up. Okay, so Homegirl here is up for supporting actress for drama for Studio City, of course. In the Daytime Emmy category, it's called Digital Drama Series, but in this one's just regular drama series. So Patrika Darbo, my girl. Hello, girl.
Hi, honey.
But yes, you're up for. I mean, she's an Emmy winner already, of course. So
thank you.
Knows. But the one thing we did talk about last time that I really want to kind of press upon is that this is for the digital format. You've been a part of this, the whole thing, when it was called web series. You know, you're a very big advocate. Can you talk about how we need to protect the digital series format?
It's the future. Totally is the future. I think we talked about before, and I've spoken on other situations. And a perfect example is when you see the fact that they started to play a thing called Quibi, and which will be these 9 to 10 minute episodes digitally, but there's a lot more money in them than you'll see at the ISA Awards, I think. But it's the growing way our industry's going, and it's the unions, all the tech unions as well as the acting unions. Everybody's going to have to catch up because it is the future. Some of it's a little scary when you see the and I can't think of the term right this moment, but the fact that they can create a digital me, but it won't be me.
Right.
But they become so lifelike. What is the term? I wish I could remember right now. Which is kind of.
Is it AI or something? Or something?
Well, AI is the artificial intelligence. Yeah. This has a new specific term. If I find it, I'll text it to you or email it to you. It's a new term, but it's I think there's a little show out like Alita, the something angel. You'll see this one young girl is created completely, and what they can do is virtually create an entire cast, and you'll never see a human being. For me now, I'm a fan too. There are certain people that I'm a fan of. I love Sandra Bullock. I love Clint Eastwood. I love John Malkovich. People that I've worked with, you always hope that they're great people. And now to know that the future generations may not even have a person to write to look up to, because they'll just be a figment of somebody's imagination put on screen. And that's kind of disrespectful for the fans, because I think the fans like to find us and meet us and do stuff. I mean, I know I did. I was thrilled to meet my friends.
Seriously,
that I'm fan.
You're right about that. I mean, there's still that sense of community when it comes to like this genre with their television. People like to look at people. They like to meet the people.
Well, they do. They have these great fan events. I mean, James, you've gone to fan events and you've been on the carpet interviewing us and things like that. We wouldn't be where we are without the fans, and I think the daytime fans are extraordinary, and there's nothing like them. But they are who put us where we are, and so in this time, right this moment, we're dealing with COVID, and this morning I'm watching the news and seeing how many stores are going out of business. Big stores. We're talking Macy's and Penny's and all these stores going out of business, and you start thinking those people now don't have jobs there and things. But you know, I'm a very tactile kind of person. I'd love to go in and try things on instead of order online. So our whole world is changing to a technical thing. And like I said at the start of this, I'm a dinosaur, and I'm a T-Rex, but I think I'm going to turn into a raptor, because I think that, you know, sometimes people just need to be slashed. They just need to be slashed.
With no explanation, just slash them.
Just slash them.
Slash them. I like that. No, because it's true. I mean, I just because I look at your career, and you've done all kinds of genres of acting, but you have a presence in a lot of these indie series. You've been asked to be on these indie series that some of them have. I mean, talk about no budget. I mean, even below that, they have. I mean, there's not even, you have budge. They don't even have the whole word budget in them. But you really
where you turn in your pop bottles, yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what last time. That's right. Yes. But seriously, I mean, like, you really have always been a supportive person in terms of, okay, you want me on this project? I'll do it. I'll promote it. You know, you do the whole thing, because these are important filmmakers, web makers, whatever you want to call them. They're doing some amazing work, aren't they?
Well, they're all doing amazing work, and it's kind of like when I first started in the business. I mean, no one should ever have to tell you to be kind or nice to someone. I mean, that's how I was raised. And the kids that I've mentored and people that I've mentored, I always say no one should ever have to tell you to be nice to someone. And the receptionist today is the casting director tomorrow, or possibly the producer tomorrow. And people have long memories. So if you're nice all the time and treat people the way you want to be treated, be a much better place.
I guess that's why you're working.
Well, I do. I think people know me because, you know, they know I'm a nice person. At least that's what I try to get out there. But listen, I know that not everybody likes me, and I don't like everybody. None of us are perfect. And if anybody thinks they're perfect, then they just need to climb in a hole, pull the dirt over the top of them, because there isn't one.
Right.
I'm sorry to be blunt about that, but I again, don't like everybody, so I can't expect everybody to like me, but I do, even if I don't think I like you, I will treat you with respect, because I want that back. I think that our future is the young people, and I try to be creative in that aspect, that I encourage them to do something.
Yeah, I always go back to our first meeting about 30 years ago. Both were 9 years old at the time.
Should I run into the other room and get the pictures on my mantle?
If you want to, you could. But here's the thing. So I bring that up because you mentioned the fans, and that's something I want to tell people out there who may be seeing us for the first time together, may have seen our other interviews. I've interviewed you over the years many times, but the impression was at this busy Soap Opera Digest Awards, when you're being pulled 20 different directions and fans are grabbing at you, I said you took the time to say hi to us, to talk to us for we didn't take a lot of your time. It was like 5 minutes. And he took a picture with us. I said, can I get a picture? He goes, sure, of course. And then we took a picture together. And I just think it's that's an impression that my friends and I told you before said, we're going to continue following her and seeing what else she was so nice. And she's a good actress also. She's so nice. We're going to follow her along and see what else she does. And we're going to support her. And so that's what made the impression on us. I mean, the three of us who saw you that time made an impression.
Well, you know, and again, like I said, it's always nice. Listen, as much as I wouldn't have been at that Soap Opera Digest Awards, I wouldn't have had my trophy if it hadn't been for the fans who voted for me and treated me with respect. So to not take a picture with them, or to, you know, say no, is that's just not who I am. So
again, and see, now that I know you, I know that's not who you are. So I know that for a fact. But also, it does let us know, because you are working with lots of people, and of course, it's the Studio Shitty After Show. We're talking about this. You and Shan worked together 10,000 times over the last 100 years in many capacities. What is the one thing about Shan that that really does keep you coming back? I mean, you're friends off camera, but like to work together, to collaborate.
You know, Shan has always treated me nicely and with respect. And if he suddenly doesn't, then who knows? But at this point, we've done so many things together. I've been through every, what's the word that I want? Intonation is not it.
Incarnation?
Well, incarnation of Studio City, because it was called Bubble, and it was called Soap Star, and it was called everything. And in the daytime, there is no comedy. It is just daytime drama, and that is also in the digital. So Shan really reworked this project to be able to qualify for an Emmy. So his first time out doing it, he's got, what, 8 nominations? So he did a great job. I think he's smart in that he hired very good actors to work with him. He also got a great team of production people behind him, our director, lighting, I mean, everything. So he made some very smart choices along those lines. And hopefully we'll take some gold home from the Emmys and some Crystal Awards tomorrow from the ISAs.
You know I'm rooting for you guys. You know I'm rooting for you guys. I mean, I have a lot of
Thank
friends
you.
in the industry, of course, but I'm rooting for you guys for this because I love this project so much. I'm doing the after show for it. I support Shan and Michelle and everybody there. And I think one thing about Shan is that he is a nice person. Like, really, people don't understand he's very funny, very
Yes.
he's like us, self-deprecating.
Well, he's also too, you don't think about it. Like, for me, most people always think of me as a comedic actress. This gave me some real meat to get into and to show that I have 2 sides of Patrika Darbo. It's also sometimes when you see Shan do his stand-up and do different things, you suddenly go, oh, he's not just a dramatic actor. So that speaks to, I think, a lot of the things we talked about earlier, in the fact that all these web series and the things going on are giving actors an opportunity to do other things that they haven't done in the past.
I agree. No, let's talk about that. Violet is a trip. Even from the opening, from the first episode, we get to see a piece of who she is, and she's a piece. So, like,
and you just, I think she's like character that you love to hate, and you just kind of want to smack her every once in a while. But then you see what she's been through. You see the baggage that she's carried, and why she's a tough nut. And that was a nice thing for me to be able to pay, because I have a very big arc as an actor. And that was not good.
I know.
Technical. But acting wise, it was a big arc, and it was very nice for me. And I look forward to seeing season 2, 3, 4, whatever we do, to see where and what and how everything goes. I've been so lucky. The Bay has been wonderful to me. I did a lot of stuff there, even though we had a few little problems with the Natus side of it, but it still didn't take away from what I did. My darling Kevin with After Forever, I know had these things in his mind to do and stuff, and to be able to bring it to fruition, and then for him last year to win so many wondrous accolades. Alex Weiss.
I love Alex Weiss, my buddy.
I adore Alex. My Saul from Bold and the Beautiful. He adapted his show to qualify also, and for different things. And there are always works in progress, and that's what's so interesting, is that you're never the same. You get an opportunity to grow, and I think these new web series, these new technical things that we've been offered, even though, like I said, I don't know my ass from page 9 on a lot of the stuff, it's given us an opportunity to learn and grow and to just open doors, and which is great. And you never know who's going to see it.
Violet, from the first episode, due to the good writing that was written on this series, we learned automatically in just a sentence. In a sentence, you say in that first episode, where you're like, I gave up so much for you guys. And it's like, oh, so does she have a career too? Like, we learned stuff about her later. But from that first episode, first you're kind of sassy, kind of smart ass, whatever, going off on Shan and his character. And then it was like, you say this one little line, like, oh, so there's more to her. There's something going on. And that's why he's sending her checks all the time. I mean, all of a sudden I saw a whole dynamic happening.
You see the back, you can see, even though the story's being told forward, you can see some of the backstory, which is to attribute to the writers as to putting things together that way and stuff, and how they created things. So it's great.
And now, like I said, I know you can be a dramatic actress and you had a chance to do this, but you have, if you guys, some of you guys are watching this as I'm doing this series, kind of watching along the 6 episodes, and some of you seen it already, but I'm not going to give anything away heavily because I want you guys to watch the series. You haven't watched it. You got some meaty material. I'm not surprised you're nominated. There's an episode where you were given. They
gave me some real meat to work with and stuff like that. Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
So,
and to me, it was important, and in this, and I don't want to give too much away, but in this time of Me Too, I wanted to be respectful and to be able to tell a true story. And so that was important to me too. So.
Yeah. How do you prepare for because they usually say comedy's harder than drama, kind of. So I mean, is it easier to prepare for drama or for you, or how is it for you?
I think there's a comedic timing that you have there, and I think that most comedians can make you cry.
Yeah.
But it is the toughest, I think, of it. Drama is life. Drama is what's going on. Comedy is not always there. So sometimes I do feel that the drama is a little bit easier to find that dark place, because we all have those places that hurt our heart. And if we dig to those places, that all comes up and can come out in the work that is given you. But comedy is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So
find that timing. What is it going on? So,
right.
yeah. So, and I, I'm very grateful that I was given that talent, and and it's worked for me.
You say that again. It's worked for me. She's been working for a little bit, folks. It's been working for you. Because I know I've seen comedians do great turns in drama, but not the reverse sometimes, because they don't catch the timing.
Yeah, it's the timing sometimes. It's like I said, we've all had some things that have hurt our heart, and in a dramatic situation, you can find those places and pull them up. And but sometimes comedically, you can't find that timing. That joke about so it's timing.
Yep, timing.
It's very weird.
Let me ask you, because you are involved in that and stuff. I'm just kind of curious, where are we these days with the Daytime Emmys? How are we doing these days?
Well, they're going to be broadcast for the first time in 5 or 6 years on national television. CBS picked them up. They will be, as we're doing our Zoom here, they will be some lots of pop-ins and films in that we can't all get together. I did read that Bold and the Beautiful, which was the last show I did as far as network, is coming back, and they're doing a lot of sterilizing and going on there, which I think we're going to see for all the shows. And the 4 soaps that are left, I think Days is the only one that had current things going on, because they were filmed so far in ahead. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. Because they were filmed so far ahead. And to know that B&B is going back is great, because my next door neighbor got hooked when I was on it, and she's constantly, what's going on over there? And I'm going, why is Bill? Why is this? And I'm going, I can't help you. No, but I think that's the most wonderful thing about daytime, and even the web series that we're doing. Once fans get involved in it, they want to know what the hell's going on next. Why did so and so do this? What's going on here? And it's becomes part of who you are, and you want to know the stories, and you want to know what's happening to the people. And I mean, I remember years ago starting on Days of Our Lives, and I went to the City of Hope for a big event that they wanted us to come and donate blood and DNA and I don't know what else, take the bone marrow tests and all that stuff. Anyway, 2 little old ladies popped me in the park. Just came up and slapped me. I mean, right, just not on the face, just popped me on the arm like this and went, you better leave Carrie and Mike alone. This is enough of this. You need to stop it right now. And then went, can we have your autograph? And I went, you just hit me and now you want my autograph. So, and they went, yes, we do, but you leave Carrie and Mike alone. So you really, that was my first foray into it. So it's, I was like, wow, wow.
That's funny. That is totally funny.
It was great. It was great.
So, I work with Bold and Beautiful folks, and they said they're going, I got them on camera on my show, saying they're going to try to write a little role for me on there. So I hope to get on there and a little under 5 something. They said, I said, I'll do background. I go, no, we're going to write you a little something. Because you said you were an actor. I said, well, I haven't acted in a while. But I said, yes, I'll go on there and do it.
They have a lovely bar in different places. You can go be a bartender and do stuff like that and listen to somebody's sob story. That'd be great for you. You know, those kind. Listen, there are no small parts. And then I go, yes, there are. But make them, take them, make them your own. Listen, years ago I did, what the hell was the name of that thing that I did with the four guys? Oh my God. The Army guys and the Flash, or what's his face? Face and
oh my God, I'm blinking out too. I'm like, you said
what is the name of the, oh my, listen, we're gonna have to stop and freeze for a minute and figure out who this is. You're going to Google it. Thank you.
No, because now you said, I'm like, okay.
A-Team.
Thank you. I was getting there. I was like, just give me a second. I went blank.
I'm singing the alphabet going A-Team.
A-Team. Yes, A-Team.
Years and years ago, I auditioned for the A-Team.
Okay.
My role was 2 words. From where? That was it. From where?
Wow.
So listen.
Yeah, that's true.
I did from where.
Yep.
Listen,
you did somewhere. You went somewhere. And you did somewhere.
I went and auditioned, did my from where, and gave it I gave it as much as I did for Violet sitting at the end of the season show that you saw.
Oh,
there are small parts, but make them your own so that the casting people are happy, the producers are happy, and you get called back to do something else.
You're right about that. That's true. I should take it. I should be more like, yeah, I'll take it. Whatever you give me, I'll take it. You're right. And then it'll be whatever.
And make it your own and grow from there. And while you're on the set, be nice. Talk to everybody. You'll find it'll grow and you'll have more to do because the producers like you. They're the ones that write it.
It's true. You're so right. You're right about that, Patrika. You're right about that. Okay. Okay. That's what we're going to do. So we'll see. I may get a recurring role on the show. Who knows, right?
Oh.
They were like, this James Lott Jr. on Golden and Beautiful, a show that I love watching, and I work with them behind the scenes. It's kind of funny, kind of fun. But you're right. You're right about that. You're right about that. I love it. And that's the thing. You also said something that I always say all the time. You never know who's watching you, and sometimes that one thing you think nobody's going to care about this, that could lead to your next job, right? Or your next big thing.
It's because again. And especially since we're going through this COVID virus now, look how many people are watching more television than they've ever watched before. Now, I have some friends that are watching old Mary Tyler Moore's because they can't take the news anymore. They can't. And I'm like going, well, that's a good study in comedic timing and things going on when you're watching stuff like that. So as performers, if you want to hone your craft, watch things like that and watching other actors, what they do. And when this is over and you can sit in a coffee shop or out on the patio, watch other people. It gives you ideas of how to grow your characters and what to do. But again, always be nice.
Yeah.
Always
be nice. Do you have I know right now we're in COVID. Do you have anything in the works before COVID that was coming up?
Not right this moment. I have nothing. We finished up the Studio City last year. So really nothing. I did get asked to do some dubbing, which they had to sterilize a place and asked me to go in and dub something for Netflix, but it was a foreign series and asked me to dub that, which was a little scary, only because trying to match someone's mouth who doesn't speak English, they're speaking Romanian, and you're trying to dub something in was a little difficult because it was my first time, but it was a wonderful experience. I should have paid them because it was like I was going, okay, can we do that one more time? I just because you find yourself wanting to be a little bit of a perfectionist in those kind of cases. But again, try every aspect of our business, and when you're not on camera and you're not in anyone's way, ask to stand by the cameraman and see how they do stuff. Ask the AD if you can follow him and see what's going on. Learn every aspect, because the actors, they have a complete crew around them that help them learn what their business and what their jobs are, and be kind to them, be nice to them. There's a lighting person that can put you in the dark at any point in time.
That's true. And the crew works hard. I mean,
I love and adore my crew, and let's face it, hair and makeup, I may have a 6:30 call, but they had to be there at 6 to plug in the curling iron, to get the makeup lined up. So that's a tough life. I mean, I shouldn't say life, they picked it and enjoy what they're doing, but it is a tough job, and be respectful of them, because they can make you look pretty ugly too. So just
that's wrong.
Why are her eyes going this way?
Exactly. Why is that red hair over here like
what is that?
Yeah, exactly. Like you gotta be nice to them, I'm sure.
But yeah, all of them, our prop guys, they're constantly running. And look at the wardrobe. I mean, Glenda for Bold and the Beautiful's won several Emmys, but people ask me all the time, Patrika, where'd you get that outfit you wore there? And I'd say, well, it's not an outfit you can buy off the rack, because whatever Glenda bought off the rack to fit me, she embellished like crazy, so that Shirley had some wild and crazy outfits that people just went nuts over. I mean, my fans going, I want to go get that. And I'm going, I'm sorry, you can't. So
It was
just,
their hard work. It was their hard work putting that together.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And so those things are important.
Yeah, they are. Patrika, you are one of the nicest people in the biz. You know, I love you more than
Back at you, my darling.
you know that. You know that. You know that. It's a love fest between us. You know that.
Absolutely. And I love the fact you're doing this new show and stuff. This is so great.
Thank
See,
you.
you're reinventing and creating for yourself. See, that's what this new technology offers. And I think it's so wonderful that it gives you an opportunity to not only be an actor, but to be on camera yourself in this kind of an aspect as an interviewer is terrific.
Thank you. No, yeah, I totally agree with that. A lot of my friends and I had to reinvent ourselves. I mean, literally Hollywood, like, within 3 days, everything shut down. And I didn't want to sit and wallow in pity and go, well, what am I going to do? I can't do nothing. I didn't want to do that. It's like, what can I do? And when I saw that Zoom was giving this offer to us, where you basically come on and like do this, and I saw everybody, I was one of the first ones in the COVID stuff to start doing this. Me and Alan Locker, we both started doing this, and now other folks are doing it. Like, it's like, oh, I'll use this technology. Like, why not?
My friend John Lawson he's the technical advisor on remember the show Z Nation?
Yes, yes.
It's been canceled, but they have now a talk show goes on Friday, I believe it is, that he's coordinating with a lot of the people that were involved with it. And I think this Friday, the creator of Z Nation will be on the show.
That's good.
So, but those, I mean, they created this themselves. They brought it up for the fans and they're going crazy over it. So it's growing and growing and growing. So I would encourage anybody to be like James. If you have an idea, take it out there, do it. So
I agree with that. So you can find Patrika Darbo everywhere at Patrika Darbo. She is everywhere. She's on there. She may not tweet back at you, but she will retweet your stuff. It depends
I do write an occasional tweet all by myself. Hello. I can do that.
She does see your stuff and she does retweet it. So.
I do share. I try to read as much as I can. I do that. But again, I'm turning into the raptor. I don't want to be a T-Rex. I want to be a raptor so I can just slash people if I want to.
I'm all for that. And I'm James Lott Jr. You can follow me everywhere at James Lott Jr. Literally everywhere. And this show is on every streaming service you can think of, and it's on YouTube at JLJ Media. Everyone, please be kind out there, have compassion,
please,
and wash your hands.